Supreme, what up, man?
What up, man? What up? I haven't heard you for a while. Where's your cam? Let me see what the fuck you look like, man. You been going to the gym?
What'd you think? No, I'm chilling, man. I'm good.
You chilling? I'm doing alright. How's Jersey?
And Jersey sucks. Jersey always sucks. I'm out of here. I'm moving to Florida.
We going to Florida? What we going to Florida for, man?
So I can get the fuck out of Jersey. I'm moving to Jacksonville.
You going to Jacksonville?
Yeah. So I don't get global warmed on, and since mom's a veteran, she gets much things in Florida. She gets lots of things like property taxes that are excluded and everything.
All right.
So we're buying a house.
Well, where's your fucking video, man? I gotta see what you look like. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Just go on my Facebook. Why did you take me off again?
No, I kept you on. I have you on for a full 24 hours. So you're lucky today.
You're so stupid. Yo, what is up with you and fucking Peter, man?
He pisses me off. He brought up some shit. He brought up some shit from when we were 14 at the Jersey Shore. When he's obsessed with these fucking BB guns, right? And I fucking hate them. I think they're dangerous. I think just showing them and branding them. He went up, the star thing, right? How are you telling no, listen to me. The star thing, he was obsessed with it and he wanted to shoot with it. And so I was like, oh motherfucker, so we don't have the money to do this. You know what I'm talking about? But he picked it up, started shooting it. And I'm hearing people in the background or whatever. I'm like, motherfucker, there's people in the background, right? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And then he continues, so he shoots the motherfucker, and then he puts it in my hand. And as soon as the people in him, because I heard them say fucking spit or whatever, right? As soon as they puts it in my motherfucking hand, two of these brothers run out, right? And so I'm like, fuck, here's these two grown motherfuckers coming at me, right? So thinking that he's gonna jump in, I hit one of them.
This is back in '94.
This is like fucking, I don't know, like way back when, right? And so I hit one of them, brought them back, thinking like he's gonna jump in. He stands there like an ass. He's shocked as shit. But I didn't know he doesn't fight or whatever. This is my first encounter, hanging out with the dude or whatever, right? And so he
never jumped in for no.
No, he didn't do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? And so I rocked the first guy, hit the other guy. I'm like, fuck, these people are big. I ain't gonna take neither one of them down. So, so I'm like, fuck. I'm like looking at him for half a second, and so I push the other guy. Third brother runs down. I'm like, no motherfucking way. I'm about to get my ass beat the fuck in. You know what I'm talking about? So I take off. You know what I'm talking about? He's still standing there, like in shock. You know, I'm talking almost like a sadistic thing because it's the first time he saw violence and shit. And so finally, the fat motherfucker, tackles me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He says me a bunch of racist shit. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. Yeah, that's why you gotta sit on me, blah, blah, blah. It was a little bit hurt because of the weight, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, that was it. You know what I'm talking about? So at the end of it, he's like, oh, we're gonna call the police, right? And I'm like, I'm not staying around with the police. And I'm like, Pete, we need to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, no. He was... Like his mind was filled with sadistic joy of seeing violence, so he wanted to stay. Of me seeing, me getting rocked or whatever, right? I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. You're not gonna swing, and you're being a bitch, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And this is when I thought his turn to, being racist, being cool, being racist, being cool, because he goes in and out and shit, right? And so, hey, he goes in and out. Anyway, so my point is this,
not racism. He's a
whatever. Anyways, okay. Now. I tell him, we got to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, look, I'll race you to the end of the boardwalk just to get the fuck out because I'm not being racist. Hey, let me call him again. Actually, call me. Oh, shit. I had to make it an excuse to fucking get the fuck out of there before I get arrested, you know what I'm saying? So from that day forward, I knew he would never swing. He was always pushed aside. And so that's that. And yeah, he got in trouble for getting in a fight, calling someone What's up? Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, my mom called in. I didn't know what the hell happened.
Okay.
But no, I know.
No, but that's why he was never involved in shit from that day forward, because I knew who he was. And then he's mad because he was always pushed aside.
Be afraid of BB. You can't say you're afraid of BB because you got arrested with Santos in front of my house for popping BB's office, people's cars and shit. You remember that night?
Oh yeah, that was like a long time ago.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, we painted a square purple or some shit out or whatever. Yeah, I remember.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's groovy. Yeah. Remember when you got arrested back in like, what was that, like 95, 96?
I don't know. I got arrested a long time ago. But I don't want to talk about any times I got arrested. So what are you calling me about?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I called to harass you because you're my boy.
I'll harass you back, motherfucker. You want to call me up and say embarrassing shit? I'll say some embarrassing shit about you. Well, where's your fucking video, man?
No, I don't fuck. What video? What video do you want?
The one that's supposed to be live, you know what I'm saying? Don't you see me right now? I'm connecting video and enabling video. I don't see you, man.
Oh, you want me to go live?
Yeah, let's see who you are.
Here, hold on.
Oh, God.
I don't know if, has it worked?
I don't know, man. Am I going to be surprised? You're not going to be naked and shit.
No, bro. Fucking, I'm walking in my neighborhood right now. I look like shit.
I'm accepting. I don't know why it's not going.
Yeah, and I'm not even on, I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm on fucking 4G. Hey, good service out here, though.
Okay, hold up. Hit me up again. I just,
Hold on. Ba-bum, ba-bum.
I don't know why the fuck is not going through.
So good. You still in Hawaii?
Yeah, I'm in Hawaii, man. I was thinking about coming back. So, you know, like,
Nah, don't go back.
Why? Are you gonna bring up some stupid ass drunk driving charge or whatever?
No, when I moved.
Why do I always call you? Bring up some weak, some fucking shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a drunk driving, some shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
That shit gets me paranoid.
When I moved to Florida, come to Florida. You can stay at my guest room.
I'm gonna stay in Florida. I'm not gonna stay in your guest room. I'll come anywhere near you.
What?
I'm coming nowhere near you. You're being. Okay, if I go to Florida, I'll go to fucking Miami.
Well,
yeah.
Miami, we can go to Miami.
Yeah.
You got a license?
Not yet. I lost it.
I'm gonna have a guest car anyway. I'm buying a Pontiac Solstice or a Saturn Sky, and whoever comes down can take it wherever they want to go. And I'll just, if you get your license, fucking.
No, I'm gonna get it probably in a few months, man. You know I'm in the cast, right? You see that photo?
No, what happened?
Weightlifting. Like, I was weightlifting, and then next day I had to get a program at UH Manoa, and I was walking back and forth, and then somewhere in midday, I felt my leg just basically get super exhausted, but I kept going on adrenaline. And that night, like, my leg just swelled up, and my ligaments got. And ever since that, the whole year has just been on and off, whatever, with it being swollen and whatnot. And so I went into the doctor, and they said, "Oh, we could physical surgery." And so what they did was not only fix the ligament, they reset the bone or whatever because it was slightly off and shit.
Oh, sure.
And so now I could like do free weight squats and all this other stuff. I'm never gonna go like heavy, but I could do like all this other crazy shit. But
yeah, you know what I saw today? I saw Christos.
You saw Christos? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
and
I saw him
what's your
at the
point?
auto parts store. And I was bullshitting with him, but he don't even talk to Pete. Like him and Pete are fighting because remember that fight that they got into that fucking
I don't remember no fight.
Cost
no
them like a quarter, but yeah, it cost them like $250,000.
Oh, you mean with the restaurant in Lakehurst? That one? It's the only argument I know about.
It was a fight that cost. It was a fight that the guy sued them for $250,000 because he lost his hearing.
Well, what was this about? No, explain this shit from the beginning. I don't remember. No one told me nothing about that.
Supposedly it was like some road rage incident where Pete was with Christos and they both fucking beat the shit out of the dude, and the dude fucking charged him with his soul. And
was the dude black? Was this the one where the dude was black?
No, dude wasn't black. Stop with your fucking thing. You think everybody's racist.
Okay.
But the dude,
you're racist, man. Shut the fuck up.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Oh, no, I'm just fucking with you, dog. No, tell me about this. Tell me. I don't remember the story. You tell me from the beginning.
It was back in like 90. I think it was like 1999. After they got the aggravated assault charge, they basically did like 60 days in jail. They pled out something. It was like their first time. And they owe $250,000 because of it, because the dude lost his hearing. He had to get flown in by helicopter, and
how did he? What was it, like a car accident? What was this shit?
It was a road rage incident where Christos got out of the car and started smashing this dude's face open. So anyway, I saw Christos today and we're bullshitting, and he's doing all right, but he still doesn't talk to people because they're going back and forth on because they're trying to make deals.
This is like 10, 20 years ago, man. What the fuck are you talking about? No
I know.
No one cares about someone 20 years ago. Who talks about that shit?
They still owe them money. They still owe the money, and they're both blaming each other for it because they can't even get houses or nothing because they screwed themselves. This dude sued for $250,000 and he won.
Oh, and then he won.
His fucking hearing in 1 year. The dude lost his hearing.
No, I don't understand this. You know what I'm talking about? It's so dumb. See, this is what happens when you don't fight when you're fucking high school, and then suddenly you get into this road rage and you go fucking berserk, wild, spaz, white motherfucker on somebody, and you get this fucking $500,000 fucking settlement.
I don't know what racism is going on over there.
I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying he should have gotten fights when he was in high school. He got that out of his system. When you fucking get into some shit and you just realize, oh, this is dumb, you walk away. You walk away, that's cool, but fuck it. Or you owe like whatever, $500,000. Whatever the fuck it is.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
All I'm saying is, try calling him. Maybe if I use Firefox. Yeah, what's up? Yo, Lee. Can you see me? I don't even know why I talked to this guy. had to live this guy's house because my mom refused to, what do you call it? What's the word? I got my dog mom, she like kind of messed up. So she like, she locked up the refrigerator. So I couldn't eat or nothing like that. So he used to like pay for anything. So I went and lived with him for a few months. He's pretty fucked up. Never like waking up seeing a padlock on your fridge and shit. Then you gotta bullshit everybody on happy yard to have a German mom and everything. So living in a white family. So you know, I'm talking about, so you got these really good white people that help you out. Family, and then all this other racism and all this other shit. So he's telling people, you know, because they don't want to hear it, you know, they don't want to hear like how fucked shit up, how fuck shit is, you know, how fucked up shit, you know what I mean? Be grateful. Then I block him because he's even more messed up than me, you know what I'm talking about? So. Yo, what's up? One second, hold up.
They both just staring at each other.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I can't, oh my god, I can't look away. Get this sexiness, man.
You playing chicken? Were you just as crazy as George? Look. Oh.
Yeah, tell him to stop giving me love looks, man. I just can't take it. It's alright. So, I just spoke to Lee. Lee's bringing shit up like 20 years ago, man. Can you hear me?
Really loud over here, a lot of background noise. In case you're talking, I won't be able to hear you.
Okay, I'll just sign language it to you. How's everything? Looks like fun every day. Alright. Is it a time to go home? Shit. How's the diner business? How was the diner? See, like, is Greek. What happens here? Like, basically all the diners in Jersey are basically Greek. I think it's like everything going to Seaside. Route 9 is Greek, and then everything along Fisher that comes into, that's perpendicular to the bridge or whatever, is Italian. So. Two different types of places to eat. One's a little more elegant, you know, the Greeks. They bitch about it. It's like they're still stuck in that like high school mentality. Like as soon as you state something, even though you know it's true, whatever, they try to bring up the most embarrassing shit about it, or just outright, you know, try to disprove it. And this is like, look at it, and you realize, you know, talking about that's what they're stuck up on, you know. Like I'm thinking about wrestling and football, and then they have their trivial aspects, whatever they just constantly bring up, and it's always inundated with their worldview, their opinions, and how they view things and what's on their mind. And you know, so it's kind of annoying because after a while, you know, some of the shit sticks or whatever, and you're just like, they bring it up. It's like, no, dude, it's like that's you, you know. I'm talking about. I get, you know, saying we're in that cutthroat world where you know you always gotta like say shit about each other, whatever, but you gotta grow up sooner or later, you know. And I'm not about that, you know. I'm talking about I'm not trying to undercut anybody or pull the rug and throw people under the bus. It's just like this nonsense, you know. I'm talking about, but at a certain socio-economic level in Jersey, that's all they do, you know. I'm talking about, and so when you go back home, it's not just reminiscing about the past. It's just that toxic environment that you don't. It's no longer in your system. It's not in your personality. You don't view like that, but it's kind of annoying because people still associate with that. And you got to deal with it, and you're just like, whoa. I mean, like, fuck, man. It's just like you got to grow up after a while. And even at the time, I wasn't really like that, anyways. And usually, that's why I kept these people around me to do it for me. You know what I'm talking about? Because you know you have this connection with people. You talk to people, and there's some people really really good at it. And sometimes you have to forget who's really good at it because like that shit will turn on you. You know what I'm talking about? Because you always face it towards the people you don't like that bullshit, that hustle, that this shit talking, whatever, and you sort of gear it because you got constantly monitored or whatever, so it's always facing out away from you. But as soon as you start, that those same people that are really good at it start turning on you or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And you realize you got to have these people around because they're the only people that would really go to court for you, that are the boss to do the same bullshit against a judge or whatever, right? And so when time goes by, you sort of obfuscate, you know, that is friendship, these people you have around you, whatever, because they're not shy in any means, whatever. So now I still have to deal with these people, and I don't have to deal with them, but it's just kind of annoying, you know what I'm talking about? So, but you always look at it like, oh, like, how'd you get out of trouble? Look, that's how you did it. And that's what Trump's doing, because that's the culture in Jersey, you know? Everybody does it, but some people are brilliant at it. You know, I'm talking about this guy down like nothing. You know, I mean, this is like 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man. And people are really close with, you know, I never lied, I never bullshit, you know what I'm talking about? And there's like, these are people on the outskirts always trying to be like bullshitting, lying like they're on the inside, you know? And honestly, it's just like, and they think that's you, you know, so like that's how you was, and I guess somewhat in some aspects. I went up to Jersey City and Newark, Manhattan. Yeah, but honestly, to them that's just foreign place or whatever. But when you went up there, they're like people like anybody else, you know, cool people, fucked up people, whatever, and you just find the cool people. And it wasn't like that, but to them, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like they think it's this big different world, whatever, and how people want that. It isn't like that, man. Like people just communicate, cool people like cool people, no matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? And if you looked at the world fucked up and you pull rug and throw people under the bus, you're just toxic, and you confine yourself. You know, you can't constantly talk shit about people and expect to build a bond and people are like you. You know, you just tolerate it. You know, talking about shake it off and see what kind of use you can get out of them. You know. And here we are, you know what I'm saying? He's still working at a diner. I don't know, he's still head up in the clouds getting over alcoholism. Here I am, you know what I'm saying? Doing a little bit better, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not one to brag, and I got my eyes, you know, set on bigger things, you know, weightlifting, getting these graduate degrees in real estate and everything. But it's not the kind of, I've been left that kind of mentality of always trying to throw people on the bus and try to minimalize. And in reality, it's you dehumanizing each other. You know what I'm talking about? Can't do that. This happens at a certain socioeconomic class. Like way people get to deal with rich people, middle class, white, trash, whatever. But when you're minority, what you deal with is the lower middle class and that kind of undercutting. You know, that aspect of white society. You know. Only if you are extremely talented do you get to see, you know, the decency and of other people's, you know. I'm probably gonna block them again because I don't really need to deal with it, but I just wanted to see what it was. And sometimes you gotta be reminded about there's still people out there in Jersey at the shore that still call you Supreme, still know who you are when you walk down the street and shit like that. So all up, we realize it's a certain type of people, you know. What's that, you know, at the end of the day? Still struggling, still trying to move my way up, doing whatever it takes, you know.